Hello, friends. Susan Axelrod here, the Confidence Coach. Welcome to the Confidence Zone. Today is January 2nd. It doesn't really matter what year it is. Also, what I'm about to say to you doesn't matter really what day it is. I want to ask you if you're already feeling, now that we're past the holidays and we're past the New Year day and celebration, if you're already feeling like you're just back at the grind. This is what happens from December 1st. We start already looking forward to the holiday season. By December 1st, people are already saying, oh, well, we'll get to it after the holidays. If you haven't gotten something done by December 5th, forget it. Or even this begins before Thanksgiving. Often people are sort of like by November 23rd or 4th, like, we'll do it after the holidays, or by December 1st or 5th, then you hear, oh, we'll do it after the beginning of the year, as if nothing happens for the whole month of December. All of my career, I have worked all the way through December. I've learned to take good advantage of other people having this attitude. Oh, we'll get to it after the beginning of the year. I'm like, no, I work every day. I work all the way through to the end of the year. I work the last week of the year. I work the last day of the year. If you want to work with me, I'm here for you. I show up. In my former career as a fundraising executive, the last week of the year is oftentimes when people make their charitable donations. And while other people were off on vacation that week, I was receiving charitable donations from my agency. And so that was for 35 years a practice that I had. But even in the last 8 years now that I've been working in a different area, I'm still available all the way through the month. But still in all, by the middle of December, certainly you're like, oh, the holidays are coming. It's a happy time of year. People start watching Hallmark movies and their work goes down. If you're looking for a job, you know very well, in quotation marks, oh, no, well, nobody's working at this time of year. You won't hear anything till after the beginning of the year. Then you get through the holidays. Whether or not they're happy for you is a conversation for another time. And New Year's comes and you're like, oh, it's New Year's, Happy New Year. We got the start of a new year, the start of a new page, a clean slate. And then January 2nd comes. You are undoubtedly back at work and you're like, oh, crap. And so I want to ask you, are you feeling that grind, like, oh, I'm back at it again? Whether you work for someone else in a company somewhere and have a job, a job, or if you work for yourself. Certainly, there's a lot of work to do at the beginning of the year if you work for yourself, getting contracts in order, etc. How is your mind? How are you feeling? If you're not feeling energized, looking ahead, jumping back into the work week and being like, oh, great, let's get to it, then I want to say this to you. There is something that you can do about that. And no, I'm not talking about getting a new job. that is a possibility, especially for people who are tired in their careers, etc. But mostly, I want to let you know that you can, with intention and commitment, give thought to why you're feeling this way. Look at it, look right at it, look directly at it, focus on it, be honest with yourself and say, why do I feel this way? Answer the question, whatever, comes up in you, and then ask yourself, how do I want to feel? How do I want to feel this week in business, or looking out ahead over this week or this month, this quarter? How do I want to feel? And the distance, the bridge from there to there is all up to you. It is really, truly up to you. What do you need to do to feel enthusiasm rising? Several years ago, I created an acronym called RISE, R-I-S-E. And the words for RISE are releasing inhibitions and securing enthusiasm. I've learned over time that enthusiasm is one of my archetypes. It's one of my hallmarks. People tell me, you are so enthusiastic in business. I'm like, yes, I am. And I don't apologize for that anymore. I show up with energy because I'm having fun. Not that it's fun every day, honestly. Of course, that's not true. I'm starting up my group next week. I only have 5 people. Other people would be like, that's a total utter failure. And also that's a waste of time. You're not going to make that much money and so on and so forth. That's not the way I see it, because I see, as I've told each of them, you get more of me and I get more of you. And we're going to go deeper and be way more intimate for the purpose of business accountability and focus and goal setting, visions, outcomes, etc. So while I might be down in my energy and be like, oh, I didn't recruit my 10 people, I didn't recruit 12 people, I wanted to have 20 people, and all I have is just a handful, my enthusiasm comes back up because I know every time I've had a group, even a small group, I get a client. And that's where my real money is. And also, all of my groups, I love. I have fun. I look forward to them every Tuesday. There's never been a time, even when I've had personal traumas, that I haven't looked forward to my group. When I had real trauma, the death of a couple of people, I had to, manage that. But otherwise, every week I'm like, let's go, people. And it's fun for me. So I want to ask you again, how are you feeling today? The holidays are all over. We've got January. We've got the first quarter. How is it looking for you? How is it feeling for you? Do you have any ideas about how you'll finish the quarter? What's on your mind? And mostly, how do you feel? Do you feel excited and enthusiasm rising in you? Or do you feel enervated, down, and like tired? And I want to say, if you're not feeling some sense of enthusiasm, there is something you can do about it. You can ask yourself, how do I feel? You can tune in. You can be honest with yourself with the answers. Then you can ask yourself, what can I do about this? What can I do about this? It's not because of your boss. It's not because of your wife. It's not because of any other thing. It's because of you and what you're thinking. And what you think is out of your control. You do have the power to change your thoughts. And as you've heard me say many times before, Wayne Dyer says, change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. I cannot tell you how much I am the example of that. And so I wanted to really, right at the beginning of the year, although, as I said, it doesn't really matter what the date is for this message to apply for you. So if you're watching this and it's May 3rd, this message still applies. Ask yourself how you're feeling. Tune in to how you're feeling in work, and ask yourself, what can I do? And the answer is, I can create different thoughts. I'm in control of my thoughts. That's the place that I'm in charge. If I have this horrific boss situation and I need to get a new job, okay, boom. 6 months, I'm going to concentrate on my resume, all the things that you need to do. And then in the second half of the year, I'm going to, really work to make a change in my life. How do you feel? What are you thinking? And what can you do about it? It's in your control. If January 2nd hit and you're feeling this sort of enervated, oh my God, we're back at the grind again, what can you do? I just had a new person join my group today. She told me, I can't wait, I'm so excited. And I can feel in her email enthusiasm rising, because she knows that we're in weekly accountability and it's fun and it's great. And she has some things in her mind, and she knows in my groups that whether there's a few people or a lot of people, everyone is going to be there to listen to each other and support each other and uplift each other with enthusiasm. And so that's what I wanted to share with you today. If you're feeling this feeling like, oh, I'm back at the grind, there is something that you can do about it. And it is about your own energy. I can't say how much the brain is affected by the thoughts that you think. And so be cleaner about the thoughts that you think. Be more pristine about the thoughts that you allow to come into your head. Ask yourself questions. What can I do about this? How can I, figure this out for myself? As a result, you will feel more confident. So my call to action for you today is to ask yourself these very simple questions. How am I feeling? What am I thinking? What can I do about this? What can I do about this? And then listen. And then by all means, go ahead and take action. Do that thing that is in your control. All right, friends, thanks for joining me in the Confidence Zone. See you again soon.